Hello, everybody. I'm live. I don't see nobody in the room right now. We're live. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to get here. Wait for some people to get here. I see somebody just came in the room. All right. Praise the Most High. We'll wait a couple of more minutes before we get some more people in here. Send them text out to let everybody know we live in case they may have forgotten. Who we got in the room? If you can type it in, I would like to know who it is, if you can. I guess they're shy. But I'm gonna send this text. All right. How you doing? I ain't gonna say your name because some people don't like their name to be said out, but thank you, thank you, thank you. See another person in the house just came in. We live. Somebody just text me and say, they just text me and say they can't find it. So I'm gonna send it to them, then we're gonna get started. Man, this new phone, y'all, I hadn't got the hang of it yet. All right. I see somebody else in the house. All right. All right. Good job. Good job, guys. You guys are faithful if you in here. You know, a lot of us want blessings, and the Bible said, "Bless the Lord, oh my soul." You want Him to bless you, but are you blessing Him? So, the sister. I'm not gonna say the name in the house. Sister Sheila in the house. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. But we're gonna go ahead and get started because I know everybody had a having a long work week so far. I just got off work. I'm just running in the house. I had a conference to go to, a moving conference. We were playing soccer, so I'm tired too. But I'm gonna push through anyway. But we all know what's going on in the world. So I just want to quickly say something about what's been going on in the world and this coronavirus. Everybody's afraid of the coronavirus. They're shutting down sporting events left and right, shutting them down. They're talking about they might shut the NBA down for some months, or just no fans in the stand. People are just in Italy, 16 million people quarantined. But I wanted to start Bible study off with just reading some scriptures for you not to worry about these things. Don't worry about what's going on. If you are abiding in the Most High, if you abiding in the King, we don't have to worry about these things. So I'm gonna read something from Proverbs real quick. I'm gonna read out of Proverbs, Psalms, and John, if y'all don't mind. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour and then we'll get out of here, guys. I'm gonna go to Proverbs and I'm reading out of the New King James today. My King James is in the back, so if that offends you, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna read out of the New King James today. I do have my King James. It's right here. I thought I had it in the back. But we're gonna go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 3. I'm gonna read 2 chapters if y'all don't mind. Because coronavirus, it can't touch us, guys. It can't touch us. Coronavirus can't touch us. And it says, It says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. Let your what? Your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. His law or his commandments or his word and his will add peace and long life to your days. Coronavirus can't take that away from you. Can't take your long life away from you. He said, the Bible said, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the tablets of your heart. That's the new covenant. His laws, his statutes and commandments, not on the stone anymore. They're on your hearts. Then he said, I skipped a verse. He said, so shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. How? By putting his laws in your heart. He said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, not some, all, and lean not to thine own understanding. So we can't lean to our own understanding. Brother Woody, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. We can't, and that goes with the lesson tonight. We're going to keep it to 1 hour. I'm trying to keep it to 1 hour, guys. He said, be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be health, not coronavirus, not sickness. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance, everything that you have, your money, your house, your kids. You honor him with everything that you have and everything that you possess. And with the first fruits of all thine increase. Means he wants the first bite of whatever you get, not 10%. Oh, thank you, sister. She said, take your time. Take your time. I will take my time. It says, honor the Lord with thy substance, and with the first fruit, he wants the first bite, not 10%, the first bite. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth. Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. We're going to see what wisdom is tonight. And the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious. Who? Wisdom. And then she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou can desire are not to be compared to her. Length of days, not corona, is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. Woo, y'all, this is some rich words, I'm gonna skip down to verse 25. He said, the Bible said, be not afraid of sudden fear. A lot of people afraid. They think if they get this coronavirus or it's in their community, it's going to take them out. Everybody want to live, but they don't want to do what it takes to live and get to life. But he said, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due. Now I want to skip to chapter 4 real quick. I'm not going to read all of it. Just a few, hit a few. And it says, hear ye, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear ye, children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake you not my law. Forsake you not my law. His laws equals his words, equals his commandments, equals his will. They're all the same thing if you do thorough research in the Bible. He taught me, watch this, for I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said to me, let thine heart retain my words. Our heart shall retain his word. Keep my commandments and do what? Live, not die from coronavirus. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she will preserve thee. Love her, and she will what? Keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, he says, therefore, lost my place. Sorry, guys. So verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. And then I'm going to turn to Psalms 91, because if you are afraid of the coronavirus, you need not be afraid. If you are abiding in the shadow of the Almighty, you don't have to worry about that. It can be a whole room full of coronavirus, but if you are abiding in the Messiah, you don't have nothing to worry about. Psalm 91, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge. Your refuge from what? Coronavirus. It says, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and in him will I trust. Not the Lysol cans, not the Lysol wipes. We're going to trust in the Most High. He's our refuge. He's our fortress. He said, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Coronavirus is pestilence. We don't have to worry about no pestilence. He says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. We don't have to even worry about somebody shooting and looting and polluting. We don't have to worry about none of that, because we abide under the shadow of the Almighty. But we're going to get into the word today. Don't be afraid, brothers and sisters. The Messiah always tells us to let not our heart be what? Troubled. Just trust in him. In Revelation, he said that he will keep us. And I do believe that some of this stuff that's going on is ushering in the end time. And, just stay. I'm going to turn to Revelation real quick. Then we're going to get in the lesson. It's been 13 minutes so far. Revelation chapter 2, I believe. If it's not 2, it's 3. It's chapter 3. Yeah. Watch this. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. He said, because you have kept my command to persevere, I also will keep you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon the whole earth to test those who dwell on the earth. Behold, I am coming quickly. Hold fast, brothers and sisters. Hold fast. Don't get distracted. Abide in the Almighty. He said, because you have what? Kept my command to persevere. You have to persevere. I'm going to go to verse 11. Behold, I'm coming quickly, or by surprise, that no one, he said, hold fast what you have, that no one may take your crown. He who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more. I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my God, and I will write on him my new name. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Ruach, or the Spirit, says unto the churches. So don't be afraid. Holding your children out of school. Not going nowhere. Going and buying up all the milk and bread out of the store. Buying all of the tissue. Buying all of the Lysol. Buy the stuff, but don't be in fear. But today we're going to talk about the heart of Yah, or the heart of God. The heart of the Most High. You know, I use all of the terms, the English terms, the Hebrew terms, the Greek terms. So if I use English, Greek, or Hebrew, whichever one, you know what I'm talking about. But we should be after the heart of God. Everybody say, I'm after the heart of God. I'm after the heart of God. Well, what is the heart of God? What is it? A lot of people don't know. I don't know, just the heart of God. So, but first thing you have to realize is that our hearts is not the heart that we should be after. Our hearts are wicked. And so the first place we're going to go to is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. Watch this. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. Can't follow your heart. 17 and 9. Make sure I am in the right place. Here it is. It says, the heart is deceitful above all things. Some things. No, all things. Your heart is deceitful, brothers and sisters. Deceitful. He says, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. The Lord, the Most High, he know the hearts, y'all. He know the hearts, and he will reward you according to your doings. Go read Revelation chapter 22. Go and read it. So we're going to turn to Proverbs 21:2, because the first thing you got to know when you're trying to get the heart of God, you got to learn that your heart don't matter. Your heart, you don't get no choice in the matter. Proverbs 21:2. And it reads, I'm still in Jeremiah. Proverbs, brother. Proverbs. Sometimes, guys, when that camera get on you get a little nervous, even though ain't nobody in here with me. You still get a little nervous. Nervous like Purvis. Watch this. Proverbs 21:2, every way of a man is right in his own eyes. That's how come we can do a whole bunch of stuff and we can justify, well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with having a wife and then cheating on her. My wife don't look good like she used to look no more. So the Lord, he know. Yeah, he know you wicked. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than what? Than sacrifice. So, because to do justice, if you do justice, the animal sacrifice is not needed. Doing right is no longer needed if you go ahead and obey. Adam and Eve would not have to have the coats of skin made for them if they would have just obeyed. To obey is better than sacrifice. So because they disobeyed, the Most High had to institute the sacrificial system. Right? So just to show you again, we got to show you your heart doesn't matter. I'm just going to follow my heart. Your heart don't matter. It doesn't matter. So we're going to go to Judges. We're going to go to Judges chapter 17. I'm talking about Judge Judy, and we ain't talking about Judge Joe Brown and Judge Mathis. We talking about judges in the Bible. So it's Judges chapter 17, verse 6. It says, in those days, there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes. We got a lot of that going on today. People doing whatever they want to do. We got certain lifestyles. I ain't going to go into it right now. Certain lifestyles that people are involved in. Drugs, alcohol, not getting drunk. That's what I'm talking about. Getting drunk, getting high. We got to stop all that stuff. Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Lord? But watch this. Then now we're gonna go to a second place in Judges 21:25. It's so important that the Moses had to write that again. So watch this. Judges 21:25. And it says, in those days there was no king in Israel, and every man did that which was right in his what? His own eyes. Now, some people say, what does it mean we don't have a king in it? What does that mean we don't have a king in Israel? People don't understand how that went. Abraham was our father Abraham. It was Abraham. He had a son named Isaac. He had a son named Jacob. Jacob got changed to Israel. Israel had 12 sons through 4 different women: Rachel, Leah, Bilhah, and Zillah. And then from them were the 12 tribes of Israel. They go into Egypt. They go into captivity. So from there, Moses is raised up. He's the deliverer. Moses died. Joshua takes over. Joshua dies. Then you have judges. After the judges, the children of Israel wanted a king. And the Most High said, I'm your king. I'm your king. And so during the judges, there was no king ruling over them. And they sure weren't doing what the Most High said. So a whole bunch of times they fell into idolatry. And the Most High would raise up saviors like Samson, like Deborah, or go back and read Judges. You'll see all the judges. Just go back and read them. Samson, if I didn't say him. But the first thing we say, that our eyes, our heart is wrong. We want the heart of God. What is it? We're going to show you today. So we're going to look at 2 men that had the heart of God, or Yah, or the Most High. 2 men had his heart: David and Yeshua. Some call him Jesus, but both those 2 had the heart of Yah, or had the heart of God. And it's been raining today, guys, and I'm praying and hoping that my internet don't kick out. We've been having some problem with our internet, y'all. I'm looking at the light over there blinking, so I hope that we don't phase out, man. I said maybe somebody done got on my network, because we've been having so much problems with our internet. It's been cutting off, cutting on, and I've been getting messages on my cell phone telling me, oh, your connection is not private. I said, what's going on? I hope I might have to reset it or something. I don't want nobody in there trying to steal my information. I ain't got much information, but the information I got, I want to keep. But anyway, 2 guys had the heart of Yah. We're going to show them to you. So the first place we're going to go is 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 13 through 14. And believe it or not, guys, we almost halfway done. And make sure you smash the like button. Or if you hear the first time, probably not. We only got 4 in the room right now, 5 including me. So smash the like button. Share it with somebody. Call somebody. You know somebody that didn't put their name in this side thing? Call them. Call them like Tyrone. But 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 13 through 14. Watch this. I believe it's 1 Samuel. And it says, and Samuel said to Saul, that was the king that they begged for, and the Most High gave them. And Valerie, you in the room? Let me know if you in the room. I want to know if you here. But and I just said her name. Sorry. But I didn't say her last name, so no, that's a whole bunch of aunts in the world. Just saw somebody hit the like button. But it says, and Samuel said to Saul, the king that they wanted, the wicked king, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord had established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought him a man who, watch this, who is the Lord seeking? He has sought him a man after his own heart. And the Lord had commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord had commanded. Saul disobeyed the Lord. He didn't keep his commandments. So the Most High is seeking a man, what? After his own heart. What does that mean? Really, if you really read this, it says, thou hast done foolishly and have not kept the commandments of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now with the Lord, his kingdom would have been established forever. They would have been sitting on Yeshua would have been sitting on the king of Saul, not the king of David, had Saul simply obeyed. But he didn't obey. But we're going to go to Acts chapter 13 to further prove that out. Some of you brother around, you making that up. I'm not making nothing up. If y'all that been with me for a long time, been with me for a while, y'all already know. I ain't playing with this. I'm not playing with this. I'm giving you straight word. Straight word. Acts chapter 13, and we'll start with verse 21. Watch this. Now, this is, let me just go ahead and read it. Hold on, maybe make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, okay. This is Paul talking. Watch this. I believe it's Paul talking. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. I'm not above being corrected. But watch this. And afterward, he was telling the whole story about Israel from the very beginning. He said, and afterward they desired a king. Who was that king that we just got through talking about? Saul. He said, and afterward they desired a king, and God, or the Most High, gave unto them Saul, the son of Cis, a man of the tribe of Benjamin, by the space of 40 years. And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill or perform my will. Oh, wow. He said, of this man's seed, who? David's seed, hath God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a what? A savior. A who? A savior. So the Most High said that David is a man after his own heart. After what? His own heart. But what did Saul do wrong, guys? He kept not the commandments of the Most High. It says you didn't keep my commandments. So that means you're not after my heart. But we ain't through. Watch this. I want to show y'all something in 1 Kings chapter 11. Got 32 minutes. 1 Kings chapter 11. Got home, I'm all alone. My family ain't even home yet. First Kings chapter 11, verses 1 through 12. Watch this. We're going to look at Solomon real quick. That's King David's son. And 11, 1 through 12. Now watch this. But King Solomon loved many strange women. If you read the Septuagint, it said he was a lover of women. Yeah, he was. And many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Edomites, the Zidonians, and the Hittites. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go up into them, neither shall they come into you, for surely they will turn away your heart after other gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. He loved them women. Let him turn them from the Most High. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives, what they do? They turn his heart away. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord. his God. So as was the heart of David, his father. So Solomon's heart is not perfect like David, his father's heart was. Watch this. For Solomon went after Asherah, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abominations of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Then Solomon did build a high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise he did for all his strange wives with burnt incense and offerings and sacrifice unto their gods. And the Most High was angry with Solomon because of his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. The Most High appeared to him twice, 2 times, to tell him stop. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding in thy days, I will not do it for thy David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of thy hands. Why? Because his heart wasn't after God's heart, because he didn't keep God, the Most High's commandments. He went after other gods, and we're doing it today. I'm not going to get into that. You know, if you've been with me long enough, you know what I'm talking about. But watch this. Watch this, brothers and sisters. Watch this. Because we're after the what? We're after the what? The heart of God. So far, we already see is what? Keeping commandments. And some of y'all may be saying, Brother Ronnie, why do you keep harping on that? Because that's the whole duty of man. Let's go there. Ecclesiastes. Real quick. Didn't plan on going there, but we're going there. And if y'all want me to send y'all the scriptures for today, if you're not writing them down, just let me know and I'll email them to you. Watch this. Ecclesiastes. Some people don't even know what Ecclesiastes is. Or who? What's an Ecclesiastes? Watch this. This is Solomon. Solomon wrote Ecclesiastes, but this was after he had been judged. And the Most High told him, I'm going to take the kingdom from you. But he went back to the Most High. But it was too late. The kingdom still was going to be gone. After he died, his son Rehoboam took over. And then the kingdom split between Rehoboam and Jeroboam. And read the rest on your own. But watch this. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 through 14. Solomon says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Not some of the matter. The whole matter. Fear Yah, God, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Part of the duty. No, the whole duty. For God will bring every work into judgment and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. When Yeshua comes back, he going to let y'all know what's what, right? What is what. So the next place I want to go, and we almost done. And I want to go to Psalms chapter 89, verse 34. 89, verse 34. We almost done. I know y'all ready to eat dinner, but we eating right now. A man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of who? Yah! What did I say? I said Psalm 89 and 34. Watch this. This the Most High talking. He says, my covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that has gone out of my lips or my mouth. I'm going to see what the New King James say about that. I'm going to look real quick. Psalms 89. And I'm telling you, everybody, y'all need to get one of these Bibles right here. This New King James Ever Increasing Faith. They on sale on eBay for like $99. They were 200 something. And Sister KJ, she know who I'm talking about. And Brother JJ, they know who I'm talking about. I still got y'all's. I took it from y'all and to copy some stuff out of it, but I forgot to give it back. I'm gonna give it back to you. I just gotta remember. Y'all remind me. But anyway, Psalms 89 in the New King James says this. Watch this. It says, my covenant will I not break, nor alter the word that has gone out of my lips. He won't alter it, guys. He won't alter it. And if you look up the word lips, it says his mouth. Nothing that has gone out of his mouth will ever be altered or changed. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's the Lord our God. He changes not. If you read the scriptures with that premise that he don't change, so when you read something that seems to say that he changed, then you know that's not right. Read from the front of the book, not the middle of the book. Who goes to a movie and watch it? Or we gonna catch the movie in the middle? No, watch the movie from the beginning. It's hard out here for a preacher, y'all. It's hard out here for a preacher. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, he doesn't do what? He doesn't alter anything that has gone out of his lips. So let's turn to Luke 6:45 real quick. Luke 6:45. We're building the case. We're talking about the heart of Yah, the heart of the Most High. Luke chapter 6, verse 45. Watch this. Watch this. Talking about the heart of Yah. Watch this. He says he won't change nothing that has what? Gone out of his lips. That will gone out of his lips or out of his mouth. He won't change it. Watch this. I'm going to start with, I'll do verse 45. It says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart, what? The mouth speaks. What did the Most High speak at Mount Sinai? The commandments. But he said, I won't alter nothing that comes out of my mouth. I won't alter nothing that comes out of my mouth. But it says, but out of the abundance of the heart, the what? The mouth speaks. The Most High spoke his law out of his mouth. It comes out of his heart. We saw that David is a man after his own heart. Why? Because the Bible said, David kept my commandments. David had the heart of Yah, which is keeping the commandments. What commandments? The 10, folks. They real simple, real easy. The only one that's hard to do is number 4. F-O, 4. That's the hard, or like bro man from the 5th floor. 4. That's the hardest one. What? Remember the Sabbath and to keep it holy. If we grew up going to church on Saturdays or the Shabbat, we wouldn't have no problem with it. But we have just been engineered into going Sunday that we can't let it go. We can't let it go. But watch this, guys. Watch this. So, but what? Out of the abundance of the heart, what? The mouth speak. Now we're going to go to Matthew chapter, and if you're wondering who said that, is wrote in red, Yeshua said this. He said, out of the abundance of the heart, the what? The mouth speaks. So we're going to go to Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12, guys. And I couldn't wait for today, guys. I was all day just thinking about it. I said, I wish I could just find a sack full of money where they can take care of all my needs, and where me and my wife, where we can do this ministry full time, where we teaching, preaching, traveling, and just doing this. I just find a big sack of money, just a big sack, and pay off everything, and then we'll live off the gospel. Live off the God, not millions and all that stuff that some of these mega church pastors be doing. We're not into that. We're not worried about material things. But how many of y'all know we need the utility bills paid? How many of y'all know that we got 4 children that need to eat? So we do, I ain't gonna get on that. But Matthew chapter 12, Matthew chapter 12, verse 33. Watch this. We almost done. Hang in there. Yeshua said, either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by what? His fruit. Thank you, Sister Sheila. She said, hallelujah. Amen. All right. Thank you. Thank you. But it says, he said, either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit. What kind of tree are you? Do you bear forth good fruit, or do you bear forth evil fruit? Watch what he says. Oh, generation of vipers, you snakes. Yeshua wasn't playing. He talked crazy to these folks that was hypocrites. He said, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the what? The mouth speaks. A good man of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of this evil treasure bringeth forth what? Evil things. But he said good things. Let me show y'all something the Apostle Paul said. I didn't put this in the study, but I'm going to put it in there right now. Romans. Watch what he said. Watch this. Paul says in Romans chapter 7, verse 7, he said, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? He says, God forbid, certainly not. On the contrary, I would not have known sin except through the law. For I would not have known covetousness unless the law had said, you shall not covet. But sin, taking opportunity by the commandment, produced in me all manner of evil desire. For apart from the law, sin was dead. I was alive once without the law, but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. How was that? When you sin, you die. But watch this. And the commandment, which was to bring life, the commandment is supposed to bring life, I found to bring death. How did it bring death? Because he broke the law. And the wages of sin is what? Death. But watch this. It says, for sin taken occasion by the commandment deceived me, and by it, what did it do? It killed me. Therefore, the law is holy, and the commandment is holy and just and good. Paul said, I don't understand why I can't do. I want to do good, but I just can't do it. He said, what I don't want to do, I do. And what I want to do, I don't do. He said, but the sin that dwells in me, he said, I find what? He said, it's 2 laws warring in my members. He said, I find another law warring in my members. He said, he thanks God that through the power of Yeshua, that he has been freed from the law of sin and death. When you sin, something has to die. Not God's law. It's 2 laws. The law of God and the law of sin. Which one are you serving? Go read Romans 7 again. Because I love it when it says, he said, Paul said in verse 22, for I delight in the law of God. You delight? David said the same thing, but we ain't going to read that today. He said, I delight in the law of God according to the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity of the law of sin, which is in my members. He said, oh, wretched man that I am, who would deliver me from this body of death? I thank God through Yeshua HaMashiach, our Lord. So even with your mind, you serve the law of God, the 10 commandments. But he said, but with the flesh, the law of sin. 2 laws. But watch this. He said, for the law of the spirit of life in Christ Yeshua has made me free from the law of sin and death. He called the law good and spiritual. Don't get it twisted, brothers and sisters. We still have to do what the Most High says. But hold on, we almost done. Because he said, out of the abundance of the heart, the what? A good man. Watch, hold on. Let's go back real quick. Matthew chapter 12, real quick. Paul called the law good, just, holy. Matthew chapter 12. I'm almost done, guys. Matthew chapter 12, verse 33. We just came from there. Watch what it says again. He said, either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. Brood of vipers, you snakes, how can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the, he said, how can you be evil, speak what? Good things. These Pharisees were always talking about the law, but were none of them keeping it. He says, but out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart, you're supposed to have a good treasure in your heart. We're going to show you what that is. Brings forth good things, and the evil man out of his evil treasures bring forth evil things. But I say to you, for every idle word men may speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words will ye be justified, and by your words will you be condemned. Oof. Oof. Let's go to Proverbs 24. Trying to wind it on down. I'm going to just finish up in the New King James, guys, if y'all don't mind. Is that all right with everybody? New King James, Proverbs chapter 24. It's going to be real quick. Just 2 verses. All right, page is sticking together. All right. And I want to make sure I got the right one. 13 to 14. That's what we want. Watch this. Man, it says, my son, eat honey because it is good. Eat what? Eat honey. Remember the honey. He says, eat honey because it is what? Good. And the honeycomb, which is sweet to your taste. Ooh, watch this. It says, so shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul. If you have found it, there is a prospect or a latter end, and your hope will not be cut off. 2 verses there. But what we talking about? Honey, and it's good. And wisdom. It's wisdom. Watch this. I'm trying to get somewhere, guys. Watch this. Psalms chapter 19. Psalms chapter 19. You have to be able to go through. That's why the Old Testament, you need to read the Old Testament. So because the New Testament is written with the assumption that you have read the Old Testament. So when you read all the Old Testament, when you get to the New Testament and start reading, you see that, oh, I heard that before somewhere. Psalm chapter 19. I'm all the way in Psalm 119, chapter 19. Watch this. Starting with verse 7. It says, the law of the Most High is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is what? Sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is what? Clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than what? Honey. But he said, eat the honey because it's what? It's good. The honey is his word. He says, sweeter also than the honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them your servant is warned, and in keeping them there is great reward. There is great reward in keeping them. In Revelation chapter 22, it says that he coming back with his reward. I'm trying to tell y'all. So we're going to go to, but the honey is good. The word is the honey. And that word should be in your what? Your heart. Because if it's in your heart, If the Most High's word is in your heart, you'll do it. And if you do it, you're after his heart. Because guess what? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And he spoke his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his words, his will right out of his mouth. Psalm chapter 30. No. I want Psalms chapter. No, we're going to skip. No, I don't want that one. Psalm chapter 34. Psalm chapter 34, guys. And I'm going to read verses 7 to 15. We almost done. We only have 3 more after that. All right, watch this. Psalm chapter 34, in verse 7 through 15. I don't know. That's not the one I want. Yeah, here we go. The Bible said, I will bless the Lord. Now, we started off saying we want God's blessing, but are you blessing him? But he said, I will bless the Most High at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. He said, the humble shall hear of it and be glad. Oh, magnify the Most High. How do you magnify him? You put his word above the circumstances. The circumstances might be seeming big, but you put your word over there and say, no, I'm going to keep the Most High's word. You are magnifying his word, making his word bigger than your circumstance. It says, my soul shall make its boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear of it and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. Are you fearing the coronavirus? Don't worry about that. They looked to him and were radiant, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. Not some of them, not just 1 or 2. All. The angel of the Lord encamps all around those who fear him and delivers them. He said he do what? He encamps around all those who what? Fear him. What does it mean to fear him? We're going to show you. It says, and delivers them. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him. Oh, fear the Lord, you his saints. Are you one of his Kodesh ones? His holy ones? There is no want to those who fear him. No wants if you fear him. You won't no cure for no coronavirus, because if you fear him, you won't get it. The young lions lack and suffer hunger, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing. Got a good wife? I got one. I don't lack a good thing. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from who? The Most High. Woo! But watch this. I'm going to skip down to verse 14 or 13. It says, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil. What is evil? Adultery, stealing, killing, murdering. That's evil. And do good. What is good? Not murdering, not stealing, not killing, no adultery, no idol worship. But it says, the eyes of the Most High are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. If you're not keeping the Most High's word and believing in his son, and simply believing in his sons means doing what his son say. What did his son say? The 10 Commandments. Go watch our video, Yeshua gave the law. Change your life. It'll change your life. So let's go to Psalms chapter 110, verse 111, verse 10. Psalm 111, verse 10, because we talk about the fear. We talk about the heart. But watch this. We got 6 minutes, a little less than 6 minutes. Psalms 111, verse 10. Watch this. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Oh, I ain't through. It says, a good understanding have all those who do. Did you see the word do? That do his commandments. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We've been talking about wisdom all the time. But wisdom ain't nothing but keeping his commandments. And keeping his commandments ain't nothing but having his heart. Right? Right? I think I want to go one more place. Hold up. I'm telling y'all, these scriptures just be popping back up in your head, guys. They pop back in your head. Watch this. Because we're supposed to have the heart of the Most High. Watch this. I want to show y'all something real quick. Going back to the Psalms. I can't find it. Hope Most High will bring it back to me. Well, I'll just quote it. It says, David said, I have hidden thine word in mine heart that I might not sin against thee. His word is supposed to be where? In our hearts. Where? In your what? Heart. We're going to turn one more place. Proverbs chapter 23. Proverbs chapter 23. And my answering machine going off. So if you hear it, just disregard. I usually turn it off before I do stuff like this, but I forgot. Watch this. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 26. Watch this. It says, my son, give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways. We're supposed to observe his ways. We're supposed to give him our whole heart, not half our heart like Solomon did. He let them women turn his heart. Don't let nothing turn your heart from the Most High. Money, cars, clothes, women, big houses, whatever. Don't let it turn your heart, because I ain't seen nobody nobody take a Bugatti with them to heaven, or take 2 bags of $100 bills with them. I ain't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. And the last place we're going to go, I may have misled you guys. I said we weren't going to have no more, but I got one more scripture to go to. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 20. You ask your average Christian, what's in Exodus chapter 20? Oh, no. The 10 Commandments. And I want to go to verse, because we said that out of the abundance of the heart, the what? The mouth speaks. The mouth speaks. The Most High said, I won't change nothing that has gone out of my lips. But I'm going to go 20 verse 1. And it's so we can see who said this. It says, and Yah, or God, spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. I'm reading the 10 Commandments. But in chapter 20, verse 1, the first thing it says, and God spoke. What did he just say? I won't change nothing that has gone out of my mouth. Nothing. God spoke. Or really, it was Yeshua. You go watch our video and you will see it was him. Yeshua is the God of the Old Testament. We ain't dealt with the man. We dealing with the man sitting next to the man. We dealing with the man who sits at the right hand of the man. And they're not man, but you get what I'm saying, the authorities. Now, so then I'm gonna skip to verse number 5. He said, you shall not bow down to serve them what? Idols. Serve them, for I am the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me. If you don't keep no commandments, you hate him. He said, but showing mercy to thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments. Who else said that? Yeshua. He said, look, we're going to turn there. Let's go to John. I'm going to go 2 more places. I lied again. Then we about to be off. But I'm gonna go to. I just see something on my board right over there, and I got a brand new chalkboard. Thank you to everybody that's been donating to this ministry. We got a new chalkboard, super big. You're gonna see it this Sabbath if you come to service. All the I already thank you guys for all of the brand new chairs we got. Looking good up in here. But we're gonna go to John chapter 5 real quick. But what he say? Before I go to John chapter 5, I want to skip down to verse 8, because in verse 1 it said, and God spoke. We know he don't alter. But then you skip down to verse 8, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Who spoke that? It says in verse 1, and God spoke, meaning I don't alter, I don't change. Yesterday he said Shabbat. Yesterday he says Shabbat. Today, Christians say, oh, we don't got to keep no Sabbath. But when he come back, you can read Isaiah chapter 66 where it's showing that we're going to be keeping Sabbath. Observing feast days too, which we got coming up in April. You know, if you want to keep the Passover with us, we'll be giving you more information about that. But we're going to turn to, he said in verse number 6, he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And then, so we're going to turn to John chapter 5. I know I be all over the place, but it's still scriptures. It's script. I stick to it. It just come back to me. John chapter 5, verse 36. Watch this. Actually, I don't want 30. I don't want 36. I want I want 46, not 36. It says, for if ye believe Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote about me. But if you do not believe his writings, how will you believe my words? Same thing. He don't change at all. I'm going to turn to Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is the last one we're going to go to. And then we're going to call it a night. And thank y'all for coming in, hanging in with me for 1 hour and 1 minute so far. I'm going to read this real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 4. Okay, here we go. In verse 3, I'll start with verse 12. And the Lord spoke to you out of the midst of the fire. This is Moses talking. You heard the sound of the words, but saw no form. You heard only a voice. So he declared to you his commandment, which he commanded you to perform, the 10 commandments. He wrote them on 2 tablets of stone, and the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you the statutes, the judgment, that you might observe them in the land which you shall cross over to possess. But he said they didn't hear nothing but a word. I mean, a voice. They heard a voice. But what did the voice say? The commandments. They don't change. If you want the heart of the Most High, you have to keep his commandments. Brothers and sisters, I just pray that you guys have a rest of the blessed, prosperous rest of the week. Share this stream with somebody. Let your light shine in this world. Don't be getting caught up with cussing and outbursts of wrath at people. Just getting mad. Just a nasty attitude. We got to get rid of that stuff. Respect one another. Husbands, respect your wives. Wives, respect your husband. Children, respect your parents. Everybody just respect. Walk circumspect. Walk upright. You see this stuff going on in the world. Some stuff is a brewing. Some stuff is a brewing. But good night to you guys. And I thank y'all. Shalom, peace, and blessings to everybody associated with this ministry, that has given to this ministry, that has come to a service, has donated, has donating peppermints and everything. Good night, sister Kay. She just said good night. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace and blessings. I love y'all.